Hi developers, in this video we will learn about optional chaining in JavaScript. So it is denoted by question mark operator, and optional chaining is used to check undefined or null, and it reduces multiple if statements or logical AND operators. So let's discuss it with example. So to clarify the optional chaining, firstly we will take example without optional chaining, then we take the example of optional chaining. So firstly without optional chaining. We will see what difficulties we face while using without using optional chaining. Not optional chaining. So let's create a user object. Post user. We will give name. Say Kashish. Okay. And here we will not provide any property, and we will try to access that. Address property. Okay. And we will try to access this address property. Fine. So now access nested properties, which is address without optional chain. Okay. So let city will be the nested property of address, but we haven't declared it in the object. If user dot address. So now we are checking the condition if address is present or not, and user dot address dot city. Okay. If this condition is true, then city will be user dot address dot city. Okay. Then we will store this in city variable. Else city is equals to unknown. Okay. So let's print it outside. So can you guess the output here? We have created a user object having property name. Only name property is there. We haven't declared address property. So now we are trying to access nested property without optional chaining. Okay. So if user dot address, it is not present, so it will go into the else condition where city is unknown. So output will be unknown. Let's check it in the terminal. Saving it. So output is unknown. So what difficulty we faced here? We have to manually check if this user.address exists before accessing user.address.city. Okay. So this approach is long and can become even more complex with deeper nesting. Okay. So to overcome this, we use optional chaining. Okay. So this approach is long and can become more complex. So to overcome this, we use optional chaining. Okay, so let's see the example for optional chaining with optional chaining. Okay. So we will comment only. So we will comment this whole code first. Okay. Let's create a user object. Const user is equals to name Kashish and no address property. Okay. So now we need to use optional chaining. Using optional chaining, const city is equals to user dot address question mark. This is the operator for optional chaining dot city. Okay, if it is present, if it is true, then we will get the city, otherwise we will get unknown. Okay, now we will do console log city. Okay, so what it will do is, this optional chaining operator, it automatically handles any missing properties in the chain. So if user dot address is undefined, here it is undefined, address is not present. Okay, so user dot address dot city, it returns undefined. So city defaults to unknown through this logical operator. Okay, so this question mark will check if user dot address is there or not. If it is not there, it will jump to unknown using logical OR operator. Okay, so let's check it in the terminal. Output is unknown. So we have just seen it is this approach is short. Okay, so this is not a long approach, and it is not also more complex. So that's why we use optional chaining. Okay, and guys, I will be sharing a link to my GitHub repository in this video description, so you can feel free to check it out and you can get the code from there.